Hi everybody, what's going on? Broken ankle things kind of made me kind of bored, and so I had Jan bring in my fishing tackle so I could get it ready for the season coming up and tinker with making some lures and stuff. And I figured I'd just kind of show you what I like to fish with. Alright y'all, these right here are the lures that I've got quite a bit of confidence in. Kind of go through them real quick for you. Right here, this is a Rebel Popar. Caught a lot of fish on that. I've caught so many fish that this is a brand new treble hook with a feathered treble because the fish had taken the feathers off the other hook. So it was time to get new feathered treble for that one. This one here is a walk the dog style bait. I can't remember what brand it is. I want to say it's an Academy brand. Got it down in Texas and it's caught a lot of good fish for me, even here in Missouri. Now my confidence baits the most are this guy right here, this little crawfish on a Ned head. And this lure will float, so it'll stand up, like the bait itself floats, the lure doesn't. But when it hits the bottom, these pinchers will stand up like a real crawfish. So double blade on them, you can see. I'm interested in those, see how those work. I don't know if they'll work so good for the white bass, but I expect the smallmouth to bite, hit them pretty good. So that's on that side of this flip over box. It's a double-sided box. And here, the reason I call it white bass box is because I got, you know, like these swimming flukes here, these little shad imitators, swim baits, and these little jigs right here. And like, if you notice something, that everything's white, and that's because white and chartreuse. Like sometimes I'll use like a chartreuse head. Sometimes I'll get these with like where the tail is chartreuse or something. The white bass seem to like white and chartreuse a lot because that's, you know, what's on the bait fish, color to the bait fish. So there's that box. Oh, I guess I should go through this too. Before I do that, I got a little container. These are always so hard to store, but this is my spinnerbait box. So this is actually a homemade spinnerbait that I made, and this won't have a skirt on it at all. It's kind of like an inline spinner that I made. It has a treble hook instead of a standard spinnerbait hook. It's just like it's a different contraption I made. So there's that one. There's some other spinnerbaits in here. I don't fish with spinnerbaits that often. Maybe I should, but here's some more big double willow leaf. There's some more down inside there, but we don't need to get them all out, so we'll just leave it at that. I need a better container for those, but I don't have one. Here we go. This is my soft plastic bag binder. So you can see I probably got too much in it, but there's a bunch back in here. Extra stuff I don't use that much. Some other stuff that I use. Actually, I should probably put them in some of these, but just kind of go through them. Here's a green pumpkin finesse worm, watermelon finesse worm. I like those a lot. Now these two, the Helgramites, if I got them out, if y'all know what a Helgramite is, a real one, it's the larval stage of the Dobson fly, and bass really love them. There's a couple bags of those, some other stuff in here. I hope I'm getting this on there. Some Senko style baits, just a whole bunch of stuff. Some swim bait style flukes and other stuff. It's in that bag. So that's pretty much all the stuff I use for, you know, basically fishing white bass and largemouths, smallmouth. This box right here, I don't know if I can show you that. I can show you this from this. I'll just grab it like here, and we'll kind of go through this box here. So, okay, so this is what I call my little crappie box and panfish box. If I go to like a pier or I fish in the marina, or I go to there's a couple bridges that you can fish off of that are up close to some dams where I live, that a lot of the crappie come up in there. So this is the box I take when I go to those places. Now, you know, there's a bunch of jigs in here and different heads, floats, peg floats, slip floats, some hemostats, some inline spinners. There's some small ones. Those are, oh, one of those is homemade. The other one's a MEPS. This one here is a MEPS. That's a MEPS. These right here are hook lures. Those are all homemade. I make them out in the shop. I got a little tool that I make those with. Down in here, I got my crappie checker. Put your fish in there and tell you how long it is. Don't have to use a tape. That's nice. Or any fish, basically. Here's some hook nose pliers. Here's my stringer. Some extra line down in there. And then down here, I got some crappie soft plastics that I like to use. They're down in here. There might be some. There's some shad fry and some other Bobby Garlands down in there. That's what I like to use. Then I bought these. These are going to be interesting, I think. I haven't used. Jan caught a fish off one of them. I haven't used them hardly at all. But these are mayflies, and if you get them out, they're in like a liquid. They look like a little mayfly. And so she did catch one on it. I haven't fished them very much, but those are that, and that's pretty much everything in these boxes that I fish with a lot. So here, I'll take out one of these hook lures so you can see what they do. So basically, here, if you can see that. So you attach your line, your main line here, and then you'll have another line coming down, and then you have a second, and you tie your hook off of this right here with, like, you know, like 8 inches of line to a hook. And basically what happens is this thing is free spinning like this, and you can run them. I run 2 of them at a time, and so it keeps your lure, your bait fish, your minnows away from your main line, and allows this to just rotate around, you know, so it doesn't twist your line up. Now, you don't want to probably use these in real clear water, but in semi-stained murky water and fishing deep and vertically, they work great. These are the little hooks that I like to use with them. These are the hooks. This is like a 1/0 bait hook. Or not a 1/0, it's a number 1, I think. Can't remember what size it is. Hopefully that'll come in focus. And then see, it's tied to a it's got a loop in the backs on this side. You probably can't see that very well, but all you do is feed the loop through the end of that hook lure, and then go like this, pass your hook through that loop like this, and snug it up against the, you know, your eye of your hook lure, and it'll connect like that. So that's that box. And actually, that's pretty much it for in here. I do got some other stuff out in the shop. This is the stuff that I generally carry. I got extra stuff in there, and just kind of wanted to show you what I like. My confidence lures right there, crankbait, that Ned rig, Texas rig, jig. And those top waters, that's my bread and butter. But anyways, I just wanted to kind of go through and show you what I like to use. Anyways, that's it for today. Anyways, there's that. I just wish I could have done a little bit better job. But I ain't changing nothing, so you get what you get. All right, bye.